Hello! So what I said in one of my previous videos is I was gonna wear my 100% sublimated cotton t-shirt on my intro, and I finally made it. I made you wait, but I've given this t-shirt an absolute bit of abuse. I've given it 2 washes with a mild detergent, as anyone would, and I've also thrown it into the dryer just to really abuse it. I do not recommend putting 100% cotton t-shirts into the dryer. It usually shrinks them, which it's done to this. This was a large, this t-shirt, and it has actually shrunk. And I've got it on under here, so I'm going to get it out.
And then sexy lady.
There it is. Look at it. The actual writing is starting to break down. The t-shirt's a lot softer than what it was. It had that hard, gone dry daddy fluid on there, but now it's gone soft. It's gone back to that 100% cotton feel, which is great, and that's exactly what you want in a shirt, to feel nice and smooth. But you know, the image is starting to break down. As you can see, we were having a bit of an issue here, so I can get rid of that. But you know, around the hair, it's actually starting to lose the colour. The writing's starting to lose colour. And the dollar signs have held up pretty good, which is actually really nice. But again, it's not a viable option for selling. That's the one thing I wanted to check and make sure that if I could actually charge someone for this, and I wouldn't charge anyone for it. Maybe as a funny joke, and I'd give someone a free t-shirt with their face on it, you know. But it's not a viable option. If you haven't seen that video already, I recommend you go and check it out. I'll put it up here so that you can go and check it out. But let's get on with the video. So in this video, what I wanted to do was I just wanted to go over where I am at in the business. You know, I've been getting busier and busier, which has been fantastic. I've been putting out work, I've been talking to customers, I've been, you know, going backwards and forwards. It's been really, doing it and talking to people has really helped me with my confidence in dealing or communicating with customers. It's people have been talking to me, they've given me an idea, they're saying, hey, it's not gonna work. You know, you've given me an image that's, you know, below 96 DPI, which is, it's not a very good image, and it's breaking down when I'm trying to blow it up, and to actually make it a usable image, it's gonna take me hours. And you know, if something's gonna take me 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I'm more than happy to just plug along and have a bit of a play around and vectorize it and get it ready. But once it starts getting over that 1, 2, 3 hour mark, that's when I'm actually going to have to start charging people, and people aren't really interested. Some people have been interested in having it done, but a lot of people sort of say, no, don't worry about it. I just was thinking it'd be cool on a shirt. Have you got any other ideas? And it actually leads on from there, which is really good. It goes, you know, this didn't work. Oh, well, can you try this? I say that there can definitely be put on a shirt. I can make that work. And it's been really good. That backwards and forwards between customers really helps. You know, they're really understanding when you just genuinely say, hey, look, that's not going to work. And they're usually very receptive. I don't like to hide anything. I just like to say it how it is. And probably another tip that I would give you is don't be scared to lose a customer. Don't be scared to say, hey, look, this is what it's going to take. You know, if you know that that's going to scare them off, do not be scared. Don't take on anything that you can't handle. You know, if someone comes up and says something, you know, I want this here and I want this on the back and I want at least 8 colours on there, and then they give you an image and it's absolutely terrible. And you know it's going to take you a very long time to organise it and get things done, and you're not really going to make any profit on it. Don't be scared to say, hey, look, it's not really worth my time. You know, don't be scared to lose a customer if it's not going to work. People are usually very receptive and easier to work with, and that's the best way to go about it. Just be genuine, just be honest, and don't hide anything. One thing that I would like to bring up is the hardest part of actually trying to start a side hustle or a business, and that's motivation. I've been going, this month has been fantastic. I've been getting 2-3 orders a week in this month. You know, I'm really hitting some of my revenue goals up there for for this month, which has been fantastic. And the motivation is so hard when you come home from work after a full day of work, and then you know you've got orders that are just piling up. You know, you come home, I spend time with my son, my partner, and then as soon as he goes to bed, then, you know, 7:30, I have an hour or two to get some jobs done, and that's vectorizing images, that's printing, weeding my vinyl and things like that, and then trying to spend some time with my partner at the end of the night as well. You know, it's finding the motivation to keep going is one of the hardest things. Don't worry about inventory, don't worry about this, don't worry about that, but motivation. And if you can find a good reason why you're doing the business, it'll help push you along. That's one of the main things, having a good reason why. I've actually got that on one of my videos, which is organising a business plan. And right at the end, if you hadn't seen it, I did go through one of the most important things in any business plan. And that is the reason why you start a business. And that's what's going to get you through some of those hard times of coming home from work, trying to get the images ready and make sure the order's ready. You know, I do my deliveries with people around my area. I deliver sometimes in the morning before I go to work, and then sometimes I actually go to deliver after work. Then I sort of go to the house and then I can come home. You know, that just sort of, I live 45 minutes out of town, so then I drive the opposite way and come back, you know, that's a full hour before I actually get home, and then have dinner, then get around to actually doing my work. The motivation is the hardest part. Recently I did a job for someone, and they I've been mainly doing custom work for people, and then if someone comes in that's close to me that wants something done, that's, you know, I will do them personal work, but mostly I work with people who have custom work, and people send it to me, then I basically take it as face value. As soon as someone gives me something, assumptions are pretty bad to have, but I do assume that when someone gives me something, that it is their personal work. I did a job for someone. I went through the whole process of saying, hey, look, the image that you gave me is actually too small, vectorizing it's going to take a long time, you know, and then they sent me to someone who'd actually designed it. We worked, and then I actually managed to sublimate that onto a 100% polyester t-shirt. It came out great. I'd show you the picture, but I'll tell you why. Then I put it up as some of my example work, which has been really good. I've been on the marketplace, you know, the general buy, sell in your local area. There's like 5-6 pages like that. Well, I've been using the work that I've been doing and using it as examples, and it's been really good. People have been really receptive. They've seen it. One or two people have said, hey, can I buy that? I say, hey, look, no, that's someone else's custom work. Well, last night I actually got someone contact me, and they were very upset about one of the designs that were on there. And I said, excuse me, so what do you mean? Like, what's wrong with it? The person who contacted me actually told me about the person who designed it, and it's their original work, and they'd actually taken someone else's work and incorporated it into their design. And it did get a little bit hairy. It was some people that you don't want to be messing around with. Sort of, I won't go into it, but there was threats going around and things like that. And that's one thing I would like to warn anyone who's ever getting into the custom t-shirt, the custom business. When someone gives you something, you can only take it at face value, and when you take that job on, then you kind of put your name to it. So if you're ever going to be doing custom work, it's always good to make sure you do a little bit of research before you put it up and use it as an example. I did put it on Marketplace, which then seemed like I was selling those designs, but if anyone ever spoke to me, I would then say, hey, look, that's an example, I'm not actually selling it. Or I'll contact the person who designed it and say, hey, look, someone wants that design. Do you want to sell it? I'll do it, and I'll give you money for the t-shirt, you know what I mean? Like $5, you get $5, I get $5, and then whatever, you know, cut it up. But this one, it wasn't for sale. Just a little tip for you when you're doing your custom work. Make sure you have an idea of what it is you're using as an example, and make sure you're clear that things aren't for sale and you're not selling them when you're doing custom work. You know, if you do any personal things, like I've got a Blink-182 top that I made for my son, I've got it up there, and now underneath my marketplace it's got a little disclaimer that says, hey, personal work and customer work is all custom and not for sale. Please provide the actual image that you would like on the shot, and just ensure that you've got the rights to use that image. It just covers you for, just cover yourself as much as possible so that you don't have any of those issues later on. So all I wanted to do in this video was just basically give you a little bit of an update of some things that are actually going on in my business, some things that I've come across, some things that I'm doing, and I kind of just wanted to get that one off my chest about covering yourself if you're actually getting into the custom business. You know, I'm coming across things because I basically, when the videos have started, then I've been progressing and I'm getting to the point I'm getting more sales, I'm dealing with more customers, I'm doing more custom work, and I'm basically just relaying all the information that I find and things that I come across to anybody who's ever thinking about getting into the custom business. And I think motivation is probably the biggest one. Motivation is probably the biggest one. Make sure you got a good reason why that you want to start a custom business, because that's going to help you get through it and it's going to help you keep pushing. Make sure you cover yourself when you're taking on custom work, because you put your name to that. As soon as you put it up online, you're basically saying, hey, look, I endorse this, I've done it. Make sure you cover yourself there. That's something you want to make sure you do. You know, when you're putting the ad up on Facebook and you're putting the ad up on there, just try and, rather than just going straight here like that and out, so I just leave it up here for a bit, but then get it back up in there again. You know, I mean, you don't want to have what happened to me the other night and getting threats and issues and things like that. You don't want to be a part of that. And it's not all doom and gloom, I promise you. Some of the thank yous and the messages I've been receiving from my YouTube videos and things like that, people asking me to help them with screen printing and actually seeing people progressing, it's really good to see. It's been really good. I love the people talking to me and asking me, and I love to help. So if you've ever got any issues with any screen printing, you know, you're having issues with your emulsion, hey, should I degrease this, or can I clean this properly? Just send me a message and I'll be more than happy to talk to you. You know, I've got someone that I'm talking to, and he's backwards and forwards for weeks now. He's been trying to update his screen printing setup. He forgot to emulsion his screens. I said, hey, look, you can emulsion your screen. You can use general dishwashing liquid. You don't have to go out and buy the most expensive stuff. And I've been seeing him progress and progress. And he's now producing some seriously good work, which is really good to see. Didn't want to end on a doom and gloom. It is a good business to be a part of when you get your ducks in a row. I hope you have a good day. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. You naughty monkey. Ciao.